Welcome to Carly's Colorful Corner, where we will learn how to draw a fantastic fawn using pencil. First step is we are going to draw a circle for the head, then a line down the bottom of your circle's curve for the neck, and an oval shape just peeking a little bit off to the left of that line for your body and for your chest. Next, we are going to want to make some, I don't know, diagonal kind of branch off marks from the top ends of your circle on each side. This is to kind of give you an idea of where your ears will be, how long your ears will be, and where your ears will be placed. So let's split that face down the middle in half using a vertical line and then using a horizontal line to help us figure out where to put the eyes, nose, and mouth. Let's blacken those ears using a kind of leaf or teardrop shape for your ears. Or you could do like a circle with a rounded triangle on the end. If you can't really get that teardrop shape that I'm talking about to a T, you can also break it down into even more simpler shapes by doing a half circle or a circle, and then a rounded triangle on the top of that circle for the pointed part of the ear. Totally your choice, your art. Everyone has their own learning style, but that's one way to get around it if you aren't entirely sure or you don't feel confident making that teardrop shape. As I'm doing my measurements here, I am realizing that we put the horizontal guideline for your deer's face, or at least I put it, in the wrong area. We are doing a cartoon style, and to help make the measurement process a little bit easier, we're going to adjust this horizontal line. So bear with me as I erase this line and kind of adjust it. We're going to measure from the bottom of the ears down to the chin of your deer, and then we will put the horizontal guideline between those two areas, like right between those two areas, specifically because there's nothing really going on um, from the ear portion up to the forehead. So let's not even worry about that area at all. Let's just focus on from the ears down. Alrighty, so this is going to make it a lot easier to get the accurate shapes and positionings of the eye. I made my deer looking straight at me. So my deer looks a little bit different than the reference image that I made in Canva, and that is okay. You can decide where your deer is going to look or how its head's tilted. I just decided to do it this way because it's easier. So let's do two very large circles, one on each side of your center split or your center guideline there. You want one eye on each side, uh, and then let's chop that eye in half, or have that horizontal guideline run through the center of your eyes. This will ensure proper positioning of the eye within the deer's skull. Next, I would add a few shine spots, maybe your pupil and your iris. You decide how you want that to look. I did a series of circles for my shine spots, and then I had half circles for my pupils and kind of like crescents around the actual pupil for my iris. But this is your art, your choice. You get to choose how you would like your eyes to look. Don't forget to add that cute little nose and that small little mouth. Now, this fawn has a widow's peak. That's that brown area that goes up and around the eye and wraps up and around from the ear down to the nose. So let's kind of mimic this pattern by starting just where the ear connects to the side of the head on the underside, and we're going to make an arch. Alrighty, let's attach our fawn's body to its head by using two downward sloping lines for the neck. We're going to have the neck kind of thin out as it gets closer up and around towards the head, and we're going to have it branch out as it gets closer to the oval area of your deer's body. Before continuing forward, let's kind of adjust our lines, maybe bring that oval, the top oval line of your fawn's body. Let's bring that curve up a little bit more so we can really stress the curvature or the curving direction of your fawn's spine. Now that we finished the top of the fawn's body and head, we're going to now work on the bottom part of the fawn. Let's do a backwards two for that back hip and use the bottom of our two as a guideline for our back leg. We're going to break all of these down into simple geometric shapes. For instance, your leg is going to be a really long rectangle, your hoof is going to be a triangle, so on and so forth. As your chest starts curving in, we are going to make a 45-degree angle, and that angle is going to face out towards the left of your paper. This is going to be a guide for the top part of your fawn's front leg. Then at the end of that angle, I want you to add a triangle for the hoof and then a straight line across all the way until it connects to your back hoof. Finish that leg off with a curve for the elbow, and there you have it. You have two legs for your fawn. The other legs are hidden. Now it's time to add the finishing touches, such as the ears, or maybe a tuft of hair at the top, maybe a tail, apparently, because deers are supposed to have a tail. You decide where you want to put that tail. Do you want it facing up or facing down? But with that being said, that, my friend, is how you can draw a fawn using pencil for part one of your watercolor piece.